Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today as we take a look at a haul that is in honor of the new Superman movie that's being released today, July 11th, across the world. I am so excited to see that movie. Don't know when I'm going to see it. I'm really super busy the next couple of days, unfortunately, but I had a bit of time, a small window to do a little bit of hunting, and one EB Games GameStop here had everything I was looking for. I wasn't able to pre-order these guys online. There was a glitch going on in their system where you couldn't pre-order in store. You couldn't pre-order online, delivered to the store or your house, and it just made no sense. And I missed the window, and a lot of these figures were no longer available. But lo and behold, this one EB Games had a motherload of DC Multiverse figures, Hasbro Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, and even a bunch of new Gundam models. So it was like they just got a mega shipment of stuff. And it was fantastic to see so much amazing plastic goodness. So without any further ado, let's take a look at what I got for this DC Multiverse Superman haul. So the first figure I picked up was this guy here, The Strange Lives of Superman. Really excited for this figure. Why? For the lion head? No. For the gigantic brain? No. It's this body buck. We are getting the Crisis on Infinite Earths body buck, which is my favorite Superman body buck, in this darker shade. So this could be used as a more contemporary Superman with a different head sculpt, because the one you get there, it's a little bit, a little dated, a little classic 30s kind of look. But it's a really surprisingly good looking figure. This lion head looks absolutely awesome. The hands that it comes with, we got a cloth wired cape, albeit a little shorter, but we get some cool accessories. And I'm really excited for this figure. And this is number 39 in the series. Wow, there's been 39 of these collector's edition. So Superman, Strange Lives of Superman. And on the back here, you got some classic Kurt Swan art, which looks really good. Really appreciate it. Look at that muzzle definition. That's quite good for its time. And this guy. You know who this guy looks like, eh? He's Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine, I believe. Ugh, kind of derpy, but I wish they would have done without that guy. The line looks good. The masked one, this massive swelled brain, I don't think that'll see the day of light in my collection at all. Maybe for the review, but that's about it. But yeah, I'm liking that one. And then I was very, very fortunate to find its Platinum Chase Edition as well. So this one's in red with a bit of black for shadowing on his trunks. And he comes with that head there, the wrapped up one. That looks like a really cool Hush head. So I'm really hoping we get a redo of that Hush figure, which was probably one of the worst figures McFarlane did. It had no upper torso. It was just a squishmallow body, and it was really disappointing. So hopefully, with the Hush 2 storyline going on in the Batman comics currently, we'll get a new figure. And if we need an extra head sculpt, we got one there. Or if we're going to do a custom, we got a nice head sculpt to go along with it. Then you get that Alfred E. Newman head, which is totally goofy. And you got some hands, display stand, dreaded Platinum Chase logo. But this one looks great. I really like this red. It's very striking, very unique. And I think if I'm going to open this guy up, the Hush head is going to go on this body buck for sure. Of course, it's not Hush, but it's very similar to Hush. It's number 39 again. Strange Lives, same packaging, same artwork on the back. So very nice and fortunate haul, in addition to the haul, of course. And let's see what else we got in here. All right, so this one here, of course, we had to get this one in honor of the new movie. And to be honest with you, this is the first time I've seen this guy at retail. I have seen the other figures quite a bit, and they're kind of just filling up holes in the shelves, basically. They're not really moving that well. But this one, I have never seen the collector's edition with Crypto. I did see the battle damage one, which didn't look that great to me. He just had a darker costume and a really bad 5 o'clock shadow on him. But this one, I'm excited to have. We got Superman from the Superman movie. You know, the artwork on the back looks just kind of AI generated. It's not that great. I don't know. It's just passable. It's okay. But the figure itself looks quite good. Got a Superman logo, which looks great. Now, this guy doesn't have a cloth wired cape, he just has a plastic cape. So that's a big disappointment. But the body buck looks fantastic. A lot of panel lining, a lot of edging, raised Superman logo. The head sculpt looks pretty darn good. But man, I am excited to open this guy up and check him out. Very cool looking figure. And then we also got another figure from the Wave. We got Metamorpho. Now, I really do enjoy Metamorpho in the comic books. His appearance on the Justice League cartoon was great as well. But this figure is a hit and miss for me. I like all the transparentness, the different sculpting throughout the body. These dang shorts are what kills it. Why is he wearing these boxer shorts? It just looks terrible. I guess maybe they couldn't have him in his little bikini briefs, but man, something better would have been much more appreciated. I think I am going to hit this guy up with some metallic purple and orange to really bring out the definition in the sculpt, which is awesome. The head sculpt looks so good. And it's very interesting to see how he's going to be portrayed in the movie. Now, we've seen a lot of trailers and teasers and everything. We have that little Justice League of Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Hawkgirl, but Metamorpho isn't part of that team in a lot of the shots that I've seen. Maybe I've missed something, but we've only seen a couple shots of him, and he looks kind of sinister. And I'm thinking, is he the catalyst to Superman's downfall, so to speak? He can turn into any element. Krypton is an element, and that has some very diverse and adverse effects on Superman. So maybe he plays more of a villain. We'll have to see how it turns out in the movie, but Metamorpho, man, I'm excited for this figure. Artwork on the back again, very AI generated. It doesn't do it for me whatsoever, unfortunately, but the figure looks pretty damn good in person. I'm really digging that head sculpt. And I think he'd fit into your comic book line as well as your movie line on your shelf. So has some duality to it. But very cool looking Metamorpho. And then we got a figure here that I don't know if I'd like it or not. It's pretty cool. So we got here is the new 52 Superman. Now, it's bare bones. It comes with just a display stand. No interchangeable hands, no effects pieces, nothing. Not even a cloth wired cape. We just got a cloth cape, which is weird. Like, did someone forget to put the wire in it at the factory? I don't know what the deal is, but it's a gold label exclusive. And the main reason I want it, that head sculpt. That head sculpt is absolutely awesome. The cape, I'm thinking of doing some custom toy surgery and revamping a Superman, and I needed this one. And you know what? It's not a bad looking figure. I really like those boots, and it's using the Page Puncher Superman, which we used to great effect on some customs. We did a kind of older Superboy with that Metropolis blue, which was a DC classic. Gave him a new head sculpt from our Superboy Prime, and it turned into such a cool looking version of Superman, or Superboy if you want. But yeah, this is a pretty good body buck to go along with it, and they don't have those oversized hands as well, so that's a great addition. But man, just odd to see a cloth cape without that wire. And no panel lining, no details, no raised textures on this costume, which is really well known for having all those panel lines and kind of like that armor presence. So we got Superman New 52, and on the back here we got some beautiful Jim Lee artwork, and you can see all the panels and everything else going on there, and I'm just wondering why they didn't add that to the figure. But it's a great piece of artwork by Jim Lee, and this could be a good figure. Hopefully, we're going to have some fun with it and play around and do a little bit of custom work. Another figure that I just stumbled upon, and I'm so happy I found this guy, and that is our Eradicator. He is so good looking, man. That blue, black, red combo, it is perfect. And I do have the original release. My family picked that up for me when they were in the Philippines, and it is a darker tone. I haven't opened it. I just really like it as it is, because I knew eventually we were going to get this version, which I really want to open up and play around with. We are going to have to do some toy surgery on the neck, though. It does have that stubby derby neck, so that's an easy fix. All you got to do is swap out the ball peg with an extended ball peg, and you'll get much better range of motion and just expressiveness, and it's going to turn this figure around drastically. But he looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy to have the Eradicator in the collection from the Return of Superman. Got some classic Dan Jurgens artwork here as well of Eradicator, looking really good. Really happy to have this figure in the collection. Man, just got to find that Cyborg Superman, which has become next to impossible here. Hopefully we'll find that, but you never know. another figure here that I'm really hoping we get his partner. But we got this Batman, which I had no intention of getting, but seeing him in person, it kind of changed my mind. So this is Batman Western World, which, what a name, man. Western World. I'm gonna call this guy the Outlaw Batman, and he looks pretty good. The head sculpt is phenomenal. I know that hat's probably not gonna come off, so it's a bit of a disappointment, but he looks pretty cool. And the duster looks great. He's got a batarang that looks quite nicely done as well. And this guy's utilizing the Jonah Hex, good old John Hex. No, Jonah Hex, excuse me, body buck. And I have not got around to opening that. And I think with some luck, we could do a really interesting custom Batman with some of the holsters, some guns, maybe that carbide shotgun, rifle, the horse maybe. I don't know. I kind of want to deck this Batman out and just give him some cowboy-esque treatment. He looks really cool. So you got Batman, Western World, Batman, Superman, Archive of Worlds. Never read that. And here, we've got some really nice artwork. Wouldn't mind seeing that Superman. Hopefully we get a Superman release like this down the road before the license expires and moves on to Mattel. But some really nice artwork, and this figure is surprisingly pretty damn cool. I'm kind of excited to open this guy up. Now, I am thinking, along with the holsters from that Jonah Hex figure, we're going to try and do a custom cape. Hopefully that works out. And we can give this duster to some other characters. So, really cool, and got some good use for this figure. And let's see what else we got here. Yes. Now this one, again, I figure I had no intention of picking up because I'm really happy with my Bizarros in my collection. We got the Rebirth Bizarro. I love that. That's kind of like my Legion of Doom Bizarro. We also got that Ed McGuinness Bizarro Batzarro 2-pack, which is awesome. And I love that Ed McGuinness style for Bizarro. But this one, it's got the classic look to it. The blue just hit me. I love this red and blue. The colors are so well done. They're so bright, so popping. And the metallic S logo for Bizarro, along with that really good looking head sculpt. And of course, we got that Bizarro #1 necklace. You can't go wrong with that. Now, it does have a cloth wired cape as well. Great. Gold label exclusive. But it's using that 2020 Jangy Action Comics 1000 body buck. I don't know why they use this body buck when you have the ultimate version of Superman body buck from the Crisis Wave, and we could have used that onto this, and I think that would have been a stellar figure. But this still looks really good. I'm kind of excited to open it up and maybe do some toy surgery, swap out the head to another body buck, but we'll see. I'm liking this one quite a bit. Bizarro DC Classic, and we got some more classic artwork, I believe, from Kurt Swan as well. Just a really cool looking figure. I'm very shocked. This is the first time I've ever seen this guy out in the wild, so I'm just like, yeah, I gotta pick it up, definitely. And our final figure in this haul, which isn't really Superman related, but it's a Platinum Chase. Yes, the red one, the dreaded red Chase. So the first time we're getting this figure, and it's a exclusive, very hard to get. And we got Jade. And man, take a look at that figure. What a beautiful head sculpt. Just a really well done figure. And I'm so excited to have this character in my collection finally. We can add her to our Justice League, which she was briefly a stint of a member, or to the JSA, which I'm slowly building up. And we're kind of in a classic line, and it's kind of a more contemporary line. But this is a great addition to the collection. Jade from the Green Lantern Corps. Of course, she had quite the romance with Kyle Rayner, and just some killer, beautiful artwork on the back here. Now, you notice her logo on her chest is different from what we're getting on the figure. It's just slightly different. I would have preferred the one on the artwork, but this one's not too bad. But again, she looks just spectacular. What a beautiful head sculpt. I like these translucent effect pieces for the hands, and of course, she has some other hands as well. But not much else going on here. Very bare bones. DC is McFarlane in the DC Multiverse are kind of skipping on accessories lately. It's been very bare bones, which I'm not a very big fan of, especially compared to some of the G.I. Joe Classified or even some of the Marvel Legends that we're getting. We've got a lot more accessories for almost the same price. So, but yeah, here's the haul, a Superman haul. in honor of the new Superman film, which I cannot wait to see. Hopefully, everybody gets a chance to see it maybe this weekend or next week when lines are kind of dying down a bit, hopefully. But yeah, really excited for this haul. It's a great little surprise haul of all these DC Multiverse figures. And yeah, we'll be doing some reviews on these guys for sure. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so anytime I produce a new video, it goes right into your feed. And thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Go check out Superman in theaters, and hopefully find some cool action figures to go along with them. All right, have a good one, guys. We'll see you in the next one.